This week is all about saying goodbye to the beach house and hello to the countryside. In reality, we're not moving very far at all. That's one of the things I love so much about Sardinia. This island is incredibly diverse as it pertains to its natural landscape. From white quartz beaches and turquoise waters to frigid mountain villages and beautiful meadows of sunflowers, rice fields, marshlands that provide an inviting habitat for happy flamingos, from natural sea salt quarries to forests of pine and cascading waterfalls nestled deep within. There's so much to enjoy and discover here, but you need to get out in nature. I couldn't be more excited to start this new chapter, become one with the dirt and the elements, talk to my chickens every morning. Oh gosh, we are so ready. Allora, look what I bought today. Sage! I'm not taking any chances with this new place. I'm cleaning the crap out of the energy there.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond road. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond road.
So I'm thinking that this corner of the property right here is going to be gardening. I'm going to do like an L-shaped form, I think, and some raised garden beds. And then I'm thinking right back in here is the perfect place for my compost pile. So I'm excited about that. And then got plenty of parking back here. Before, I didn't see any of this when we first came because this was all overgrown straw. And so they brought the tractors back here to plow everything. And now all of this is completely open. I mean, isn't that fabulous? So this is just plenty of parking for friends and stuff. It's amazing. There are no windows on this side of the house, which is strange. I'm thinking about doing like a little, not a shrubbery, but just like a borderline, like a low plant. Maybe I'm thinking about my Cuban tobacco. If they do well in shade, I'll have to research that better. Because this area will always be predominantly in the shade, which is really cool. I can see we're not immune of motorcycles. You can hear them coming and going on the street above. But look at these beautiful colors out here. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Now, because we are situated in the middle of le risaie, which are rice fields, at certain times they do a lot of water here and flood it. And we're going to have lots of mosquitoes in the spring and summer. Now, I took a walk in the forest earlier today and I was eaten alive by mosquitoes. They freshly groomed this grass and the rice is really tall and everything. But surprisingly enough, I'm not feeling any bugs. I'm really not. The house is infested with dead bees. There are no live ones. Dead bees and spiders. Most of them have gotten cleared out. But there are some dead bees in the inside of the wood stove. So that will have to be cleaned out. But look at what a beautiful view. Okay, Amore, are you ready to see your office? Whoa! Ho pulito tutto. Guarda, this is Mino's bedroom. Look how cute! So much storage for his clothes. And Hammy's gonna go here. And there's room for bookshelves and his lampadina. I made my first lasagna. So my new drill arrived about a week ago, and we're about to start getting ready using that sucker. I think the first project I'm going to do is build me a raised garden bed. Y'all, I feel so wonderful with the car packed full of stuff. I'm doing it all myself today. I just can't wait. This is my leg number 3. Look at how red my face is, because it's pretty hot. It's 33 degrees out. But look who I've got with me now. Who's helping me? Woohoo! It's fixing to rain. So glad. I got 3 carloads of moving stuff. All out of the car, all transferred to the new house, and inside. Now maybe we can enjoy a nice thunderstorm or something. I am 100% thoroughly exhausted. As many of you know by now, my husband has residency in the US, so I see him 5 days a month here on the Italian side. Our original plan was to hire a mover. Our first mover canceled on us. The second mover wanted to charge us an arm and a leg and an ear and a nose. So I decided to start the process of moving myself, especially since I was planning to do so in order for my son and I to move in on this particular day. It's the 23rd of September. Mind you, I'm still running my kid back and forth to school every day, cooking him 3 meals a day, that kind of thing. Came today, realized that I've never heard from the company that I ordered the furniture from. And I talked to them, we're lost in translation a little bit. And I called them back later, and I'm like, nobody came with the furniture. What I'm expecting is a mattress, kind of important if we're gonna sleep here. A kitchen table, there's a shelf unit so I can put some of my jarred goods and things like that, but we have what we need here for the time being, so that's not a big deal. There's plenty of cabinet space if I need to put stuff there for the time being. Not important. The only thing that's important is the mattress. Gal tells me, yeah, when I spoke with you last week, you did not ask me to deliver it directly to your new home. And I was, whoa, I almost just fell. This old piece of crap. It was a lie. It was a complete lie. I told her very well. And my Italian is not great, but it's good enough. And I was very clear. I was like, I gave her the new address, I gave her my phone number, I even asked her, are they gonna call me before they deliver it so I know about what hour? She said yes. She said they'll even mount it for free in your house. So it was all obvious that it was coming here to the new house. And when I talked to her today, she's like, you never asked me. And I'm like, yeah, I did. I asked you very clearly to have it come to the house. And she just insisted. And then finally I said, so what are you telling me? I'm sleeping on the floor tonight? I'm like, this is not cool. Like, I spent upwards of around 6,000 euros at their store. And they're a corporate store. We get into it. I fight with her a lot. I raise my voice. I'm yelling. She starts screaming at me, don't yell at me. And, I've been here before. And she just kept saying, don't yell at me, I need you to listen to me. And I'm like, okay, listen, I don't want to listen to you. And I lowered my voice. I said, per favore, which means please. I'm giving her the utmost respect. Can you tell me when you can have my stuff delivered by? Keeps on with the argument. No, listen to me, you need to listen to me. And I'm like, no, you need to basta con questa conversazione, which means stop with this conversation, and you need to tell me when you can have my stuff delivered. And she refused to answer my question. I'm like, you're supposed to answer me. And finally I started asking for her boss, because we weren't getting anywhere. She was continuously going on and yelling now. And I'm like, look, you're the one that's yelling now. You are yelling at me. I can only think that it had to have been, her defensiveness had to come from a state of knowing that she messed up. I just didn't understand why she just couldn't put me on the phone with her manager. Like, when you work for any kind of corporation, and this goes the same in Italy, it's no different. You need to put if somebody's asked to speak to your boss, or somebody above you, you have to put them on. And she refused. Look, I'm going to come down there to the store. I'm going to speak to your boss. Ooh, she got even more angry. She said, well, if you want stuff delivered, it's not going to be delivered for another 2 weeks. And I'm like, what? My husband comes home next week. The stuff from our house is arriving next week, like the stuff that I haven't already brought here. And my husband's uncle is helping us, and he's gone this week. So, there's no way anybody with a nice big truck can go get this stuff from the store for me. And it's sitting over there. She thought, she assumed I was coming to get it. And I'm like, I'm a woman, got a small kid, and I have an SUV. We're talking about a kitchen table, we're talking about the mattress. We're talking about a matrimoniale size mattress, so for 2 people, and they're quite big here. So, and I have to take it up the stairs by myself? No, that's not going to happen. You can see my face. I'm worn out. I'm completely exhausted. I look like hell. I feel like hell. I'm full of pain. I literally moved my son's entire bedroom. I just about moved my entire bedroom, I have to be honest. And now I'm just trying to work on the downstairs, trying to fix up the kitchen and stuff, because we're staying here tonight, I have to cook and I have to clean and we have to sit at a table somewhere and eat. But it was a complete disaster. And so what ended up happening was they said, well, you have to pay also extra for the delivery. And I'm like, I was paying for everything the other day when I was in your store. I was assuming that was part of tell me this and down. Half of what we ordered is on back order and isn't arriving for another 2 weeks. But I need the mattress tonight. So they had basically made a deal, and they're like, okay, look, we have some local delivery guys that can probably throw your stuff in a van and bring it to you. They're like, they don't have to mount it or anything. I'm like, no, at this point, I'm not paying extra for anything else. I will mount it. I just bought all these cool power tools. I'm going to do it myself. And then they said that these guys can bring it. I said, okay, I know Sardinia. If it's a private entity doing any kind of labor for you, they want cash. That's it. And I told her, I said, I don't have cash. So they worked it out for me, but I have to go back and pay another $80 for this delivery, which is totally worth it. Totally worth it. But the person who called me back was the manager. What ended up happening was I finally I said, I told the girl, I said, you're yelling at me now, and I'm done with this conversation. I hung up the phone. Phone rings again. I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is her manager. I answer, it's her, and she's still going off on me. She called me back. This chick called me back to harass me. I'm like, what? So I hung up again. And then it rang, and it rang, and it rang, and I was unwilling to answer the phone at that point. I was hysterical, I was crying, I was leaving terrible voice messages for my poor husband, who is in Los Angeles sleeping right now. About 20 minutes passed, and I got a phone call from them again, and this time it was her manager. And this girl was wonderful. She was the one that gave me the solution for the private entity, whatever, and she fixed everything. But man, do I have a bad taste in my mouth from that other girl. I can't understand why, if somebody is demanding to speak to your manager, why you can't put your manager on the phone. You need to. That's your job. Like, you have to. And wouldn't it have been easier for her to just maybe lie to her manager and be like, you know what? This girl, she doesn't speak Italian all that well. I think we got lost in translation and she's very upset. Can you please talk to her? That's what I would have done. I would have put all the blame on me, on the client. But instead of that, she wanted to fight with me. Like, she wanted to be heard, which is why any of us fight, really, is that we all want to be heard. But, you know, it's hard. It's hard because I come from a culture where the customer is supposed to always be right. That's changing these days. But I come from that culture. I come from that culture that even if somebody is 100% wrong, if they blew a ton of money at your facility, at your store, you will bend over backwards to make them happy. Let me tell you, I am glad the manager called me when she did, because I was 2 seconds away from posting a review on Google. 2 seconds away from it. So it all worked out. And now I'm going to burn some sage and some incense in this house, because it's clean, it's beautiful, it's ready for our stuff, it's ready for living in. My kid is upstairs leaving me the hell alone. I can't believe it. He's like so excited. He's setting up his bedroom, and he went outside to play a little bit today. And this is what I dreamed of. This is what I wanted for us. And look who can get tired of that view? Who can get tired of that view? Oh, I can't wait to start my garden. So I'm glad that little hiccup didn't destroy everything. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to get the show on the road. So this stuff should be arriving any minute. Everything just came. They did right by me in the end. And there's our dining room table. Yay! I bought the extender for it. But it looks like the weekend is going to be a busy weekend for me. I'm putting everything together. Here I put... we are actually having someone build me a corner natural wood type of sewing corner and desk. But for now, we decided to use the desk that was left over here by the owner. And this cute little wooden chair, I love it. So this is my little craft area. So I finally have a table on which to sew. I got my baby here. I'm so excited. Look what came. Just so you know, in Italy, to have a refrigerator of this proportion is rare. This is a typical American refrigerator, and I can't believe I have one, finally! I mean, you guys saw how big the last refrigerator was, right? What you doing?
Making something for you.
What are you making for me?
No. When the party comes over.
What is this?
A party for my friends to run.
A party for your friends to run? Are those the guardrails?
So, yes.
Even though we are knees deep in the moving, and the hubby is only home for a week, we were invited months ago to the wedding of some friends of ours. And so, well, everybody needs a break from moving every now and then. So on with the festivities, we went.